بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Well, I actually was atheist and I didn't believe anything. I thought that if there was a God, why is there so much suffering in the world, which is such a typical response for an atheist. And I refused to go to church and do any religious stuff in school or anything like that. But now looking back at it, I was just thinking before, I had a big issue with Jesus and how they say he's the Son of God. So in hindsight now, it's kind of like I was destined to be Muslim because I just refused to believe that and refused to partake in anything. I tried to be a born-again Christian, but then my family wouldn't let me go to church, so that kind of failed. And now my brother's a born-again Christian and he's allowed to go to church, so yeah. Well, I met my husband through work, and when I was first interested, I was like, well, I want to know about his background, so I googled and looked into it and found about Islam, and the more I found, the more I was like, yeah, this is what I believe. Like the modesty part really hit home with me, and treatment of women and stuff is, yeah, I just we kind of have this thing where we don't talk about anything that's important, and so they kind of guessed that I was well, they noticed that I all of a sudden started wearing long sleeves, even though I only wore a little bit less before. I always wore pants and everything, but they were like, why are you wearing skirts now? And you don't have to. And we had a conversation on the phone that was about specifics in Islam. My mum wanted to know about, she didn't want to know about the religion, but she wanted to know the rules, which is kind of the same thing. And I kind of told her, because she thought that I have to walk behind my husband and I'm not allowed to talk loud or say what I want, and that I had to cover my face or stuff like that. And so I had to explain that yes, my kids will be able to go to the beach, and they will be able to go to their house for Christmas, even though we don't celebrate Christmas. It will just be a holiday instead. I would say that I'm happy and that it was my choice, it's not for my husband. For new sisters, ignore what everyone else says that you're doing it for your husband if you just happen to marry a Muslim. They don't obviously understand that that's not the rules and that's not how it works. And take one step at a time. I found I got overwhelmed when I started reading the Idiot's Guide to Islam. I got to the second chapter and I was almost in tears about how much stuff I didn't know, so I had to put it away and not go near it. So I just picked one thing. I picked prayers and hijab, so I just do that and just do it well and then move on to the next.